Okay, it's time to go live. So everything should be prepared now. And today's session is about starting actually a new SaaS starter template for, of course, Elixir Phoenix. So let's quickly go. So this is a little coding session today. So we are starting, of course, with creating a new Phoenix project. So that's pretty simple. We just run Phoenix new, but let's we want some additional things here, of course. So we want to create actually a new Phoenix project, and our new Phoenix project should be named something like SaaS. No, we call it Cozystack actually, because it belongs to the Cozystack family of tools. So it is the Cozystack SaaS starter template, and of course it has a different app. So that's actually called Cozystack, and it has a module called Cozystack, and we use binary IDs. I think that's it basically. Let's give it a try. Maybe that's already everything we need. Let the installation run. Okay, here we go. We have a new project. So let's go in and start a new Zalish session. And we do that by, good. Let's quickly look what we have. So as we wanted, we have created the Cozystack application. Basically, it is a template, but it works as such pretty well. So let's quickly look what we have. We have here Elixir 1.14, so all the defaults in it. We have actually Postgres, Bandit. Yeah, that's basically the default stuff. So now we can actually create also, well, we want a database. Of course, we want a database. So let's actually create one. So here is Docker running. That's probably the easiest way to do that. Right. Let me quickly quit this editor. So we want a new file, and this becomes, no, that's not necessary. That becomes the compose YAML file, and this has some services. The first one is called DB, an image, Postgres. 15, we use the environment, and that is first the Postgres user, which we expect to be, well, the default in Phoenix is Postgres, so let's call it Postgres. Then we have the Postgres password. I think it's written like that, which is also Postgres. And we have the Postgres DB, which is in our case the Cozystack dev, because well, the development database is called like that. And of course we have the port on localhost. So that's actually one. Postgres default port. And that's already it, I guess. So docker compose up. Let's see if it's working. Oh no. Yeah, of course it doesn't work. Not too much. Okay, once again. I haven't run anything on this laptop yet, so I completely set it up freshly, so that's why it needs to pull even a simple Postgres template or Postgres image. So this might not take too long. Let's give it a second. Oh no, of course, it's not called like password. It is called password. So then give it another try. And it looks like it's working. So let's start this in the background then. And makes setup. This will actually, oh yeah, now I see what I'm missing. Didn't install yet, I notify tools. Let's do that quickly. Cool. Makes Phoenix server to see if it's working. And now if we just run, of course it's not going to the right screen. Why should it? Here we go. New application is running. That's exactly what we wanted on localhost 4000. It also means, by the way, that it could connect to the database successfully, because otherwise Phoenix fails, of course. So actually this works. We're basically done with creating our application. So let's do the obvious and just, oh yeah, we want to create a Git repository. And let's just stage this all. Tests. Oh, can't we just select everything? No, of course not. Would be too easy. So we have everything in place. So let's commit it. The famous initial commit. Here we go. So let's hope the password was correct. No, it was not. it's working. Yeah, that was actually for signing the commit, which is the default configuration for my laptop. Maybe I should adjust that to a better setup in the future. But let's see. So now let's see what else we want to do here. Oh no, what's that? So we have actually the whole thing set up. So now we want to start with the config, for example, the dev config. So we have a Postgres database, as already said. These are all the defaults. That's all fine. So now we have an application. That's already pretty cool. So the next thing we want to have is we want to have authentication. So let's go quickly through the Phoenix gen auth command. So well, actually the template will use at a later point my very own Cozy auth API to authenticate. But in this very first step, that's at least the idea, in this very first step, we'll go and use the gen auth as the standard Phoenix authentication setup. And then we will adjust this later in another stream to actually integrate the Cozy auth passkey-based authentication instead. So, and going fully serverless, of course. So let's do that. So how does Phoenix gen works? Phoenix gen auth works. Basically, we run the command, and then we get all the things we need. It will add pcrypt for or argon2. I don't know. Something will be added. Let's ignore this. We'll remove it later anyway. But let's start at least with something. So we have Phoenix gen auth. Okay, that's it. I wonder if I need to provide it any information. Here it is. So what we want to do is, of course, we need a domain, and we need actually an entity and a database table. So the defaults should work for us here. So let's just use them. Of course, not here. So accounts domain is fine. User is also fine, and users as well. Later, when we add multi-tenancy to the template, we will probably also add then something like an organization to the accounts domain, but it's totally fine to do that later, and it will probably still be the accounts domain. So let's ignore that for the moment. We start with a simple non-multi-tenancy or single tenancy setup. The rest will come later. So let's go. We set this up. Yes, I want to create live view based. Of course, live view is so great. That's why we're using Phoenix, isn't it? So here we go. We have added it. So now we need to run acto migrate. No, we need to first run deps get. So we need to download the dependencies, then migrate the database, and then once again run the server. If we now refresh the page, we have a register button. So let's do that. foo@example.com. And now my very secret, I have to put 12 characters. Very secret password. And now I'm logged in as fooexample.com. I can go to the settings. I can also change my password, of course, if I wanted. But yeah, that's basically it. So now we have, well, we can also log out, register another user, doesn't matter. So now we are ready with having the, what went wrong here? We deleted the user token. So the interesting question is, how's the whole thing set up? So let's have a quick look into, well, no, first let's commit this. Okay, now let's go through the code and see actually how this whole thing works. So what we have is we can actually start from what's going on here? No clue what's going on here. Okay, let's once again start from here. So when we click the register, what we see is we go to the URL users register. So let's figure out where this URL exists. So let's first look into the router. So what we can see from the router is that user register here, very much at the bottom here, is going to the user registration live. So let's see, no, it doesn't work. So user registration live is, here's user registration live test. And here is the live view. So this is actually a live view that is rendered in this case. Looks pretty much like a normal form within the Phoenix, general Phoenix template. So nothing very special. Of course, Tailwind is in place here. And yeah, let's go from here. What can we actually, or what do we want to do from here? So what we basically want to do is we want to replace the, no, we don't want to do that today. What we want to do from here is actually we want to go and see how it's working. So we have the input, which is, by the way, I should also have a quick look on the chat. So we have the input here for the password. We have the input here for the email address. So both are required. And if we click the button, we send, we create the account. So the button is, what is the button going to? It triggers the save action. So let's see what the save action is. Handle event save. So this is actually the code that is executed if we click the button. And here we have the, well, we register a new user and deliver the user confirmation instructions. So the user needs to confirm. Oh, that's an interesting one because we didn't do that yet. But there should be something that has been delivered, probably an email address. And from here, let's see that what happens next. So we assign the form. Yeah, so we basically change the registration. That's it. Okay. Interesting. So now that we have configured that, or now that we have set this up, we also want to actually, now I'm puzzled a little bit. So what else do we want to do with that? Let's also look into how the user is set up. So we have actually in the accounts domain, we have actually the user token, the user notifier, the user itself. Let's start with the user itself. So the user itself has a schema. So this is actually an entity. This entity, and there should also be something like a schema for this. Yeah. So on the database side, what we have is we have a user table, or users table, and a user tokens table. So the way Phoenix uses this is, well, we register a new user, it goes to the user table, it has an email, a hashed password, and it is confirmed at a specific time. And then we have a table for the user's token, which has then the user ID as a reference, of course, and a token and some context, whatever this is. So that's basically it. So the user token itself, it is very important to keep the reset password token expiry short, since someone with access to the email may take over the account. Yeah, sure. That's true. So we don't want this. So we have a confirm validity that is 7 days. Reset password validity is 1 day. Email validity is 7 days. And the session is valid for 60 days, which is quite long. Nevertheless, that should work. The random size is 32, which is also quite usual. And we use a standard hash algorithm. So nothing special here, just normal defaults. So we have the session token that gets built. Right, here's the schema. And we have a schema actually, and the schema is having, well, the token, the context, and send to. So building the session token creates a random string with the crypto library. Well, it's a Allen crypto stuff that's used here. So it's coming from the platform. And we create a new user token with this. Interestingly, the context is set to session here. So I wonder if we set this to something else at some point, or if it's always session. Maybe for API authentication or so, you set it to a different thing. Not sure about this. So then we have the verify session token, which is, well, verifying the token from the database. And we have building the email token. very straightforward. Hash token, all the good things. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here to handle the user token actually, which is quite interesting. Let's maybe look back to the registration. So we have the save event, deliver user confirmation. And let's maybe make this a little bit bigger so we can actually see something. Yeah, so we have the send instructions, the user registration, and then we have the accounts, where it is actually defined. Yes, so what does it say? Delivers a confirmation email instructions to the given user. Uses notifier to deliver this. Okay. So let's have a look into the notifier. So here it is. Here is the code for delivering the confirmation instructions. So what it basically does is it delivers, surprise, surprise, to the user's email address confirmations instructions. There's some text in it, and the deliver function is actually up here. So it creates a new email and delivers it using the configured mailer. So Phoenix has some really nice built-in email setup that we can use here. Very, very nice. Very cool. So that should actually work. I remember also that Phoenix has some really nice feature about mailing. You can actually see the inbox. Outbox? No, the inbox. Where has the mailer configuration been? Wasn't it here? No. Of course, AI doesn't generate anything useful. Wait, I think I know where to look for that. And that's here. So for development, we have the mailbox. That's what I was looking for. So dev mailbox. So that's, I want to use dev mailbox here. And here we go. There's a mailbox, but there's nothing in it. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we didn't send anything to it. Why not? Maybe because we resetted it. So let's give it another try. Let's register with maybe not foo, but bar password. once again, our super secret password. And now, yay, we have a confirmation email. So in this confirmation email, we now have the confirmation code that we can actually enter, confirm my account, confirmed. Nice. So now we also have a confirmation, I can empty it, and that's how it works. Great. That was actually much faster than I expected. And that's already everything that was actually planned for today. So let's see how to go on from there. Maybe we can do something else in addition. So looking at the people in the stream, anything you would like to see, anything you would like to have added today? What do you expect from a starter template? Nothing in the chat. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, actually, that was basically the first very short test stream today. And I think we are done for today. We will definitely do another couple of streams, adding actually the really cool stuff to it. So this was actually just setting up the very, very much basics. We will also do things like adding some component library from the PITL stack. We will add some passkey authentication probably in one of the next streams. The plan is also to add multi-streaming and of course deployment of Fly.io, but that was all not planned for today. So this will become a little series. I will do a couple of streams, maybe shorter streams, maybe next time a little bit longer stream as well. But yeah, let's see. So nice that you were here, and enjoy the rest of your day. See you next